looks like a woolly bear, but he skated like a woman.
That's what I was going to say. It is a woman, my dear. It is a woman in a costume.
Yeah. The only thing I want to see at 11 is how the storm is going, and then that's it.
I've never heard of Mint Mobile before. Have you, Arthur?
Mint what?
Mint. You're not watching this? No, man. We like those. Remember I bought some?
Yeah. Okay.
Off the hook for not paying an outstanding fine, Mr. Dukowski.
So give me my wallet and I'll pay the fine and then I'm out of here.
Well, we have other matters to discuss, like the assault of a New York City police lieutenant.
We've already been through this. My client denies all knowledge of the incident.
So stupid.
Actually, things have changed. We've been collecting complaints about your crew shaking down local store owners and trying to force homeowners into selling their houses cheap.
I'd say you're looking at 5 years minimum so far.
I pulled your rap sheet. You've been arrested 3 times before.
But never convicted.
Because no one ever crosses me.
In all 3 cases, you were arrested and released. In all 3 cases, the same confidential informant talked. That tells me the real reason you've never been convicted? You always snitch on your friends.
Those records are supposed to be sealed.
Think anybody's gonna care once the word's out in the street?
You give us everyone and everything, including your role in the assault of Lieutenant Gormley. This is a one-time offer. You blink, it's off the table.
Come on, Vlad. Don't pretend like you haven't done it before.
Can you at least make it look like I didn't break right away?
I can't believe they attacked Sid after he said he was a police officer.
Typical thug move. Take down the big man and dare anyone else to step forward.
They picked the wrong fight when they went after my Sydney.
Yeah, let's get out of here, Sheila. Hospitals give me the creeps. I always feel I'm gonna come out worse than when I went in.
There he is. Looking good as new.
Doctors found signs of minimal brain activity. I said that was normal and said send me home.
Come on.
The boss says take as much time as you need coming back. And if you've had enough, we'll support you going out on 3/4 disability.
You mean take early retirement?
It wouldn't really be early. You got 20 and then some.
Oh, no. Please tell him not to do that to me.
No, not me either. Thank God Sid's okay, but if I got him at home underfoot all the time, we are not gonna last, I swear.
Tell the boss I got gas in the tank and miles to go.
I'll give him the word. We'll look forward to seeing you back up on PP when you're ready. And don't worry, we still got plenty for you to do.
Thanks, Anthony.
You will.
Oh no. Here comes the Suicide Squad, yo.
Came to try to talk some sense back into you.
You know, it's kind of a mental illness to keep doing the same thing over and over and expect a different result.
Yeah, some people call it police work.
I just call it stupid.
You ought to know. Let's get out of here. We'll see you around, Fausto.
amigos. But because I'm not going anywhere.
Son of a bitch, what'd you do?
Save you some time, yo. Now you don't gotta look for no witnesses.
Thought you were back with his crew.
I lied. Had to get him relaxed enough so he'd drop his guard.
So you used us for a decoy?
Maybe you convinced me to stop being such a bitch. Anyway, it's over now.
Nothing's over. The only thing's over is your life.
5-4 detectives, I need a bus.
Could have done this the right way.
Sorry, Reagan, had to do it my way. Once a gangster, always a gangster. Know what I'm saying?
Your choice. At least you got revenge on that son of a bitch for what he did to you.
It wasn't about me. We got this war to stop, yo. There's too many people like me in this hood. Anyways, like you said, Reagan, everyone wants to play the hero sometime.
Come on, get him out of here.
What you got on?
Squid on a snell hook. Supposed to be stripers running.
Any bites?
I reached out to that NYPD lieutenant in the cabbie arrests.
And?
Turns out he didn't have the appetite for signing the supporting deposition. Said let's sail him out a couple hours ago.
I'm not surprised. From your description, it sounded like our lieutenant was just going along with the arrest, not driving it.
You're right.
Well, I don't know. I had misgivings when you decided to come on the job. Still do.
Mike?
Like in this line of work, perfect is the enemy of good. As in, you try to be perfect, you're not going to do much good.
How's that mean?
Well, you always want it to turn out right every time. Doesn't happen. Never has, never will.
Nothing does.
A lawyer, a courtroom, it's more civil. A loss happens, someone's let out of the courtroom by a court officer. You can pop an antacid or head to the bar. But in this job, the loss comes with blood and tears and a lot of stuff once you see you don't unsee.
I know that.
I know you do. I know you do. But there are things I admire about you that this job will eat away at until they are gone.
As long as it's my choice.
Always will be. Just my 2 cents.
How do you do it, Dad? How do you pile up the losses?
I put them in a box and I nail the box shut and I don't think about it. Just the way I'm built.
Thought this conversation was starting to have a whiff of honesty about it.
Some days I have to remind myself where the box and the nails are kept.
Some days.
So I'm gonna hold on promoting you this quarter. Cool?
Drop the talk up. Get in the car. Does this censure feel like a compromise to you? Wait, what? The handling is good, right? No compromise there. Nope. Watch this. Bring it, man. So if this Nissan Sentra is going to compromise, why should you? You're right. Atta girl.
The all-new Nissan Sentra with more standard safety features than any other car in its class.
Here you go, kid.
And that is never a good thing when you're trying to score on a top-notch goaltender. So Price has his game right now. The Penguins want to try to find a way to take it away from him.
Yeah, no question. Carey Price looking strong and confident in net for the Montreal Canadiens as we get you set for the overtime period shortly after Connor Sherry missed a goal score opportunity. Jeff Petrie hits the post. And
you want to watch this?
Let's see what. Is it over or?
No, it's not over. Why? Wait a few.
Go to channel 9 then.
You've got it.
Or channel 7.
You've got it.
Oh. Channel 7.
Goes to 11 o'clock.
What is our 12 o'clock?
No.
Yeah, it's will be over at 11. Yeah. You're just finishing up the.
Okay.
See what happens. I like their reporting the best.
Listen, there's nothing here.
Give me the.
There's nothing here, my dear. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. My dear. You've got food, and that's all you need. That's all you can have. What you want, just all you got. Here. I'm going to bed. See you kids at tomorrow. You got food in the dish. What do you want? Just a minute. I'll get you some ice in just a minute. Just a minute, I'll get you some ice. Okay.
Man, that cat wants something.
The 11 p.m.
Really?
forecast update. Really not much has changed. We continue to watch it just getting very close to the coastline, possibly making a landfall right along the coast of the East Coast. It's a Category 1 hurricane. At least it's not a Category 2 hurricane. But still, that can do a lot of beach erosion. It can do a lot of wave action, creating some problems for some of the coastline, and some very heavy rainfall as well as it's moved a little bit closer. When it was offshore, that wouldn't be a big problem. But, right along the coastline, it certainly could be. Also, some pretty good wind speeds along that coastline too, of 70 miles an hour, and that's sustained winds. It's not just a gust out of a thunderstorm. Sustained winds, and then as it lifts northward, it starts to decrease a little bit in structure and in intensity because of an approaching trough of low pressure producing a little bit of shear, which tears the thunderstorms apart and makes it difficult for the center of the storm to keep its integrity and structure. As it lifts northward, it then heads off toward probably North Carolina, but look, Tuesday, it could make actually 2 more landfalls in one day. First in North Carolina, and then again perhaps in Jersey or Maryland, across crossing Chesapeake Bay there and being over water for a brief period of time. The forecast for tomorrow looks kind of like this. You wake up tomorrow morning, should be pretty nice. A little slight chance at a rain shower or two. Temperature will be warm, about 80. If you're going to be outside jogging or walking the dog or anything out of doors, tomorrow morning is the time to do it, because by afternoon, the rain chances go up. We'll have that complete forecast for you coming up in just a few. Back to you, Emily.
All right, John, thank you. We'll see you in a few minutes. And as that tropical storm moves closer to the state, people are bracing for high winds, heavy rain, and flooding. Nadia Romero's in Pompano Beach with more on the storm prep and how the pandemic is already creating new challenges.
Bracing for Isaias, the powerful storm heading for Florida.
Look how close we are to these larger values of 6 to 10 inches of rain. A little shift could bring those higher amounts easily onshore.
Isaias pounded the Bahamas Saturday and hit Puerto Rico hard as a tropical storm, where it left more than 300,000 people without power at its peak. When the system reaches Florida, it's expected to bring strong winds and dump so much rain, officials are concerned about coastal flooding.
We're asking you to please stop your preparations at this point and begin the process of transitioning to be inside and stay indoors.
In anticipation of the storm, COVID-19 testing centers in Miami have shut down, and across the state, strict safety and social distancing measures are in place at shelters. Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis is sending 10,000 personal protective equipment kits to shelters all over the state.
Each kit provides PPE for up to 400 people for 96 hours, and we can send more if necessary.
Isaias hitting Florida at a sensitive time during the pandemic. The state has set new records for COVID-19 deaths over 4 straight days.
It will spare no expense to ensure that you have all of the tools that you need to survive not only a pandemic, but a storm.
In Florida, I'm Nadia Romero reporting.
Tracking the coronavirus tonight, numerous states across the country continue to see a rise in the number of deaths. Now, California is the first state in the nation to record more than 500,000 cases of COVID-19. 33 states and Puerto Rico also reporting an increase in deaths. Now, this comes as the $600 federal pandemic relief package expired, leaving many unemployed Americans on edge.
Being able to have a roof over my head, being able to have food to eat. We are out here drowning. We are struggling.
Lawmakers met on Capitol Hill today. They are working on reaching an agreement on a new relief package. They say today's meeting was productive, but they have not yet come to a decision just yet.
Okay.
Here in Florida, the Department of Health reporting 9,600 new cases of COVID-19 since the weekend started. The state's seeing close to 500,000 cases since March. Our Daniela Hurtado breaks down the numbers here on the Sun Coast.
It's now another month of the pandemic, of tests, of hospitalizations, of mask ordinances.
Ready to distribute to Americans by next year.
Moderna just went into phase 3. Pfizer's going into phase 3, and we expect the phase 3 to end of September, early October.
In Washington, Eva McKend, Spectrum News.
Dr. Fauci says even if researchers create an effective coronavirus,
People that are skewing a little younger.
Saturday, the state reported 8,000 people at the hospital with COVID. On the Sun Coast, 200.
Yale says outages could last longer because crews are working in smaller teams and having to frequently sanitize equipment because of COVID-19. Reporting in Vero Beach, I'm Sarah Hollenbeck, ABC Action News.
And Governor Ron DeSantis echoing those concerns Sarah just mentioned about power outages as the storm moves through. He says whether it's a hurricane or a tropical storm, families should be ready.
Yeah, that's certainly a 70-mile-an-hour wind will be enough to take down trees and limbs. That obviously interacts with power lines, and so that will happen, and people should be prepared for that.
16 counties are now under a state of emergency. That is 3 more since this morning. That means that they are approved for federal help if needed in the aftermath there of the storm. And of course, we will bring you any updates from the governor tomorrow, live on our 24/7 streaming news channel. You can download it on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and Apple TV. People in Palm Beach County spent the evening heading to shelters that are set up at local schools. There is a voluntary evacuation order in effect there. Of course, due to coronavirus concerns, everyone at these shelters will have to wear a mask, have their temperature checked, and answer a health questionnaire. There are designated shelters for people who have tested positive for COVID-19. Well, we know this is not our storm here in the Bay Area. This is, of course, a good reminder that we need to be prepared. Stores like Home Depot and Lowe's are offering sales on essential hurricane kit items like flashlights, batteries, and much more, including masks. Experts say masks are essential due to the pandemic.
Being prepared right away prior to the storm is very important. As we say in the state, prepare is the best format for evading a storm when it comes to essentials.
We have a full list of items you should stock up on for hurricane season that is posted on abcactionnews.com/hurricane. And this is also a good reminder to download our free ABC Action News app. We will send you alerts about important developments with any storm during this hurricane season. Turning now to the latest coronavirus numbers here in Florida, the state's positivity rate ticked up slightly again in the last day to 11%. Still, that rate does seem to be flattening over the course of last week. But the number of
if you're a vendor here and you don't have another outlet.
Dick Fields has been coming to the market for over 20 years. He says local vendors need the community support now more than ever.
I like supporting local. I always go, that's why I have a couple bags full of stuff. I always go and help them and buy stuff. And whether I need it or not, I still buy stuff.
Now that the market is back open, it looks a lot different than it used to.
The biggest thing that went into the site is the site plan. We essentially went from this big to about this big. So you'll notice that we took over first again. We're further down State Street, and then our vendors are just really spread out. But we are controlling foot traffic, much like you see in grocery stores. Walk this way, and we're following along with traffic patterns, which really seem to be helping.
And customers are required to wear a mask or a face covering while walking through the market. There is currently a mask mandate in the city of Sarasota, which requires masks to be worn indoors and outdoor public locations.
Working closely with the city, and unless people don't wear masks and they don't follow guidelines, we should be able to keep operating.
Now, the farmers market will return next Saturday morning at 7 a.m. In Sarasota, I'm Marcine Joseph, 8.
Better go ahead and go to bed. Soraya, get your in the bathroom and go to bed.
Mm-hmm.